My daughter was born with MMIHS, which is a terminal genetic disease. It is in her DNA, and they told us it would kill her. By 2.5 years old, she had 16 surgeries. She was 100% dependent on TPN, which is IV nutrition through a port in her chest. She had an ileostomy and a million other things that had been done to modify her body. And she was diagnosed with intestinal failure. Why am I telling you this? Well, within 2 months, we were able to turn all of that around, and we had a healthy, normal child who was off TPN and no longer needed to use her port. This is a kid that the doctors told us would die. They told us she could never go without this for the rest of her life because every single other child with her diagnosis had followed suit with that, and most of them have passed away, unfortunately, before a couple years old. What did we change? We simply changed her diet. Diet is the foundation of your health. We put her on the no plant gaps diet, which is like a version of carnivore, where you only eat meat, broth, organ meats, and fermented dairy and animal fat. That's it. That is her whole diet. That's all she can tolerate. She cannot eat anything else, okay? We put her on these foods, and in 2 months, she was a normal, healthy child. This is why diet is the foundation of your health, and there is no way around it. There's no simple, easy pill that you can take. There's no supplement that's going to help you. If you are eating crap, you're going to feel like crap, and your health is going to go down the you-know-what, the toilet. I'm trying not to curse because I'm a Christian. There's no way around this. There is no magic pill. You have to get your diet right if you want to feel good. And especially if you have chronic issues, you need to do this the right way. So what can you do to get started? Read the book Gut and Physiology Syndrome by Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride. You can read my book, Dying to Thriving. It details my daughter's whole story and why this diet works so well. It's available on Amazon, both of those. And look into these other carnivore doctors like Dr. Chafee, Dr. Ken Berry. They are MDs and they explain why this works so well. So is Dr. Natasha. I am not a doctor. I'm just a mom who cured my daughter of intestinal failure. So I do have something to say.
So I, somewhat like Dr. Baker, I don't have much to add to this, but I do have something to add to this. So, and thank you, Dr. Baker, for sharing this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it. So I'm going to share it again too and keep this going. I have all the symptoms of fatal insomnia. I don't right now because haven't eaten anything but beef, salt, and water for the last 8 months. And I was 99.999% compliant with that for the previous 2.5 years, but it wasn't enough. And I had to go pure, just beef, salt, and water for the last 8 months. Nothing else. I guess I do have raw fish eggs and raw beef liver, but beef liver is beef. That's it. That's all I can do. I do take supplements I make for myself that don't have any additives in them because all the additives would totally mess me up. But that's what I do. And before that, I had all the symptoms of fatal insomnia. I've had all the symptoms of fatal insomnia since I was 16 years old. The timeline for my degeneration is the same, but at 16, they hadn't actually documented fatal insomnia yet. So I just went to the doctor, and the doctor just told me I was crazy. He was like, "Oh, you can't actually stay awake for that long." And I was like, no, really, I am not. I haven't slept like at all in weeks. And he's just like, "Well, do you want these sleep drugs?" And I was like, "Well, I did some research on these sleep drugs, and I found that they don't really work, and they're very addictive." And he looked at me and goes, "So you don't want the sleep drugs?" I'm like, "You knew they didn't work? They're really addictive, and you just offered them to me anyway?" And he's just like, I don't know, this is what it is. And I mean, that's why people are dying from fatal insomnia, because they don't, like, they're just like, oh, it's genetic. Guess it's genetic. I mean, screw like, in this girl, like, she even had this from birth, you know? It's like, they'll say, like, because most people only develop fatal insomnia in their 60s. Oh, it's genetic. That's why you developed it at 60. Because it's genetic. That's how genes work. They just do their thing when you're 60. It's not like genetic expression is entirely influenced by like what you eat and what you do. It is in your gut microbiome. So to a degree that has not been tested at all, It's like this woman. They're just like, yeah, here's just drugs and treatments and surgeries that don't work. Like, I'm blessed that I knew this stuff. Like, I had insomnia my whole life. So I just researched it because I'm like, oh, well, I have trouble sleeping. I'm look into this. And then 14, I'm like, wow, I really can't sleep. Started looking into this more. So by the time I was 16 at the doctor's, I already done 2 years of research. And I like to say people just give you the first page of Google, which is like when you tell people you have a condition, they just reiterate to you the first page of Google. And it's like, I know that because I went through all the pages of Google and that was just the beginning, was all the pages of Google. So when you're telling me it was only on the first page of Google, it's very unimpressive to me because you didn't even bother to go to the second page of Google or the third page of Google or Google every single possible variation of those search terms and read every single study related to them and then look up every single thing in those studies that could possibly be related and then look up all of those things and every single variation of those search terms and just continue doing that for 10 years. So, yeah, I haven't died from fatal insomnia, but the only reason I haven't died is because I'm also doing the lion diet. I am not a fan of these medical treatments that don't work, these surgeries that lead to death and line the pockets of people who aren't curing you. If someone tells you you have a genetic condition and you're going to die, that's just modern medical speak for I'm an idiot and I can't help you. And I say idiot because they're specifically just using their own understanding. Idio means of oneself. So they're just like, well, I don't understand what to do. So nothing can be done. You're gonna die. Like, how about trying things? I don't know. I mean, this just hits near and dear to heart, but I'm just putting this out there because I want people to see how actually mind-numbingly stupid this is. Like, they told this woman her daughter was gonna die, but she just had to eat real food and stop eating the food that was causing her problems, and now she's not gonna die. But they never thought to try that. It's like, we're gonna have to perform 18 surgeries on you and give you all these medications and feed you through a port in your chest, but we're not gonna actually try changing what you're eating. I mean, that's extreme. Why would the chemicals you put in your body influence the biochemical state of your body? As someone who's gone to school for over a decade, I can't make that connection myself. I can, but I'm pretending to be a moron. I can't understand that. I cannot understand how people who look at themselves in the mirror and say, I am an intelligent and educated person, do not investigate how the chemicals that you consume affect the chemical state of your body.